I'm very happy to introduce to you our second speaker, Ms. Shiela Cancino. I met Shiela when we both worked and lived in Hong Kong. She used to be an accountant and very active member in local community. She is originally from the Philippines, and after her working abroad experiences, she founded a Share the Secret scholarship foundations to provide scholarships for underprivileged children and youth in the Philippines. She's also a member who is very actively improving herself. She participated several Toastmaster clubs in Hong Kong, including South Horizon, and then she founded Mambuhay Toastmaster Club. She's also a book author and then a life coach. She will tell us about her personal experience as an assistant to several local program, youth leadership program in Hong Kong. Let's welcome her.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shiela Cancino. I'm the founder of 4S, Share a Secret, Spread Success Scholarship Foundation in the Philippines. I'm also the author of Pawn to Queen Life's Chess and Quest. I'm a member of Toastmasters since 2012 and the Youth Leadership Program supporter since 2015. The objectives of my sharing today are a few things. You will hear the reasons why I joined Toastmasters, what I gained from Toastmasters, and my story, what happened in the youth leadership program. Okay. Before I joined Toastmasters, I used to compare myself to my eldest sister and youngest sister. They are both beautiful, talented, intelligent. This is me, a small potato. So my self-confidence was so low growing up because I see myself as a pawn compared to my sisters. Even at school, I felt the same. I felt like nobody, no talent, nothing. But fast forward to 2003, I became a certified public accountant. And after a few years of experience in the Philippines, I got a job as a fund accountant in Bermuda. 2008, I went to the Philippines for a vacation. I come from a humble background. I grew up in a poor community. And I saw my cousins and a few youths not studying because they don't have financial support from their families. And it's usual because that's our poor community. So I committed to support them in their studies by giving them financial support. And that is okay because my salary was from Philippine peso to US dollars. It's Philippine peso times 50. So from a low income, I became like, woo, suddenly rich because of the opportunity in Bermuda. But when I returned to Bermuda, it was year 2008, economic crisis. My manager said, Sheila, if you cannot find a job in Bermuda in a month, you have to go back to the Philippines. As I've said, I come from a humble background, so I don't mind going back to the simple living. But what will happen to the youths I started helping? So I did my best to apply for jobs in different countries, even in Bermuda. But it's all the same response. No, I didn't get the job because of two reasons. I didn't have an international accounting title. So CPA, Certified Public Accountant in the Philippines, is not recognized abroad. And they couldn't understand me speaking in English. Like right now I could speak to you in English. I hope you can understand me, but before they couldn't understand me. And that's the reason why I set up the Scholarship Foundation 4S. I would lose my job, but I can help, I can ask my friends to contribute, and the pool of funds we will support the youths. But I'm so blessed that I didn't lose my job. I was transferred from Bermuda to our US office. But to make sure that I wouldn't experience losing job again, I studied I took international exam. I became a certified management accountant, and I joined Toastmasters. Because of Toastmasters, I have developed my communication and leadership skills. There are a lot of opportunities in Toastmasters, including youth leadership program. I've been invited as a general observer. In Toastmasters, we call it general evaluator or a workshop speaker. In the beginning, the reasons why I was joining youth leadership program, it feels good to, like you're treated as a VIP, like you're invited guest, you're important. And usually there's a table at the back of the room, like a judge. So I feel like, oh, I was feeding my ego. And then another reason why I was joining youth leadership program, because it is a requirement to become a distinguished Toastmaster. That is the highest qualification in Toastmasters. Those were my initial reasons. Until in year 2018, until I opened my eyes. That day, instead of sitting at the back, I said, oh, no, I want to sit with the students. During 1 minute of silence, when I saw the MC, we call it Toastmaster in Toastmaster of the day. I noticed that the shoes are worn, torn shoes. Like, oh, I was so surprised because I've been living in Hong Kong for several years, and I always have an impression that this is a rich city. It's not the same as in the Philippines, but seeing torn shoes worn by students, like, oh, I had a, like it bothered me. So during 1 minute of silence, I was observing the students, and I noticed that there's more than one, not only one student, but many students have worn shoes. I talked to them during break, and what I realized is they're joining youth leadership program to practice English speaking skills. That is in preparation for Hong Kong DSE, Hong Kong Diploma of Secondary Education. This is an examination for university entrance examination, allowing students to gain admissions to undergraduate courses at local universities. So it is very important for them to give up their Saturday morning attending this YLP because it helps them to build their future. If they cannot buy new shoes, how can they pay for English tutors? How can they pass the Hong Kong DSE? Since then, before that, so when I saw that, when I realized that, I linked it to the youths in the Philippines, to our scholars. They are also underprivileged students. I looked for more, like I couldn't stop myself, but I wanted to find out more. Is this really true? Is this happening? And so it surprised me. I found a few articles. So this one, the title of this article is "Why Do These Hong Kongers Tutor Underprivileged Students for Free?" So the tutor said, "You wouldn't believe how behind some of these pupils are. There are Form 6 kids who are getting ready to take the Diploma of Secondary Education examination, but most of them cannot even construct a complete sentence. Can you imagine that? Right? It's unimaginable. And then another one, 9 in 10 Hong Kong primary school children on welfare are not having basic needs met. Another one, the 229,600 Hong Kong children being left behind because they are too poor to learn and play with others. Shocked me, these articles. Since then, I participated in youth leadership program, but there are no reasons because I feel like I'm a VIP or because I'm fulfilling a requirement. I already achieved the highest qualification in Toastmasters, so there are no other reasons. But I'd like to genuinely give my time and talent. I even prepared a speech about that. It's called Open Your Heart. So I torn my shoes. I was holding my shoes. I inspired my friends, my fellow Toastmasters friends, to participate in YLP. Another realization, remember the reason I joined Toastmasters? Because I was losing my job, and I couldn't lose my job because of the youths. Because of Toastmasters, I discovered my treasures. I discovered that I could speak like now. I discovered that I could write. I couldn't sing, but I could perform when I have to. I discovered my treasures because it is in genuine giving of time and talent, it leads to abundant blessings. I conquered my fear of public speaking and joined Toastmasters because of the youths. That's what I said. Genuine giving of treasures leads to abundant blessings. And so I want to share the message. I was growing up with low confidence. I was comparing myself to my sisters. I want to inspire others that this is not true. We all have our treasures. How can I inspire them? I organized workshops, public speaking workshop. I created a group in the Philippines for public speaking. I taught storytelling to kids and youths and continued supporting youth leadership program in Hong Kong, even in Japan. One day I got a message from a good friend. She's inviting me to participate in youth leadership program. And of course, I said, yes, of course, definitely. And then she also asked me if I know students that can participate in the program. And so I encouraged my niece, Gracie and Kyle. I couldn't believe it that after attending the program, they gave speeches and they're so good. They got it. They learned the public speaking. They learned public speaking skills in just 8 weeks. And then recently, Kyle joined again as a level 2 member. And then my niece, she's 11 years old. She's part of youth leadership program. At an early age, they have discovered their treasures. When I said to a friend that I want to help, no other intention, but I only want to help. And I didn't realize that the blessings I received through these kids, they realized their talents because genuine giving leads to abundant blessings. And so I want to thank Sendai Youth Leadership Program coordinator and mentors. Thank you so much. You've helped my nieces and nephew. You're helping a lot. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, if you want to discover your treasures, I encourage you to genuinely give your time, talent, and treasure. Because it is in genuine giving that will lead to abundant blessings. Thank you.